Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I know it's been a couple of days. I'm a little bit behind on my Vlogmas schedule. Please forgive me. You're getting hot mess me because I didn't go anywhere today. Joys of working from home. Some days I go places. Some days I just stay home all day and work away in the apothecary and then go, oh no, I need to film a Vlogmas video. Like today. So I've taken a cozy minute. Sitting by my Christmas tree, the fire's on, it's warm, it's getting really cold now in the evenings. Now that the time change has hit, it is dark outside at 5 o'clock at night, so that's fun. Just a really quick note, this is the time of year that I get incredibly busy with my business. If you're just joining, I don't talk about this a ton on YouTube or like my social media stuff. I usually keep my business account with my business stuff. Like I usually keep those things separately, but I'm a herbalist and I have an apothecary shop. I just make small batch skincare teas, things like that. And every Christmas I do tea advent calendars and they are a huge hit, but it is one of my busiest time of years. I should say every year, but I started doing this last year and this is my second year doing it. So it's going much more smoothly this year since all the kinks were worked out last year, but it's very busy. So I thought I was going to be able to keep up a little bit better at the beginning of this month with Vlogmas, but I am learning that might not be possible, so I'm just a little bit behind. I try to post a video every other day throughout Vlogmas, so this one I think I'm just gonna hold off. You guys are gonna get a video on the 10th, and then hopefully every other day from the 10th will be a video. I'm trying my best. If you guys don't hear from me for like if I skip a section or something, I really apologize, but I'm just doing my best. I homeschool the kids in the morning and then I work on my apothecary stuff in the afternoon until about 4 o'clock, and then I do dinner prep. Sometimes we have extracurricular activities later in the afternoon, in the evenings. So I just try and fit in filming whenever I can, and I'm doing my best. I know you guys understand that and you guys are super awesome, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an explanation as to why I've been quiet. But yeah, it's just a busy season. Anyway, that's not what I came here to talk to you guys about. I will do like casual vlogs where I can catch you up on life things and take you throughout the day a little bit. But today I came to talk to you guys about Christmas preparations and what you maybe should or could be doing right now or by now, because this year is a little bit different than other years. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that there are a lot of shortages. It depends on where you live. So where in Canada, it's not too bad, but I know like the UK, some places in the States, places like Australia, I know are really going to be struggling this Christmas season and this holiday season with shipping delays and issues getting items that you would normally buy around the holidays. So I thought the first video I actually sat down and did with you guys would be chatting about that a little bit and maybe helping you guys in a few ways that you could stay organized or try and avoid not getting what you hope to get this year. It's just a little bit messy and I thought I would try and be of help to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about organization and like kind of how I prep for Christmas. So I hope this video is helpful. I hope it's informative, and most importantly, I hope that you are able to do whatever Christmas shopping that you would normally do or are able to do, and I hope that you are able to do it the way you want to this year, because I fear that might not be the case for a lot of families this year. There is a fruit fly in my house. Okay, so the number one thing that we should probably be focusing on this year, if you are able, I understand that not everybody is financially able to do this. A lot of people have to wait for their next paycheck and slowly save. Everybody's different, but if you are able to shop early, this is the year to shop early. And we're not talking, let's not hoard things. Let me just put that out there. Don't be a hoarder. Please don't be a hoarder. There's enough stuff for everybody if everybody just chills out, But in saying that, if you have things that you really would like to get on your Christmas list for your kids, for your spouse, for whomever, then you should really try to shop early if you can, because it is just going to get less and less. There will be stuff. I don't want anybody to panic if you haven't heard about this yet, or maybe you're not aware of the shipping issues that are happening. I just know on my end, I've been personally affected by it through my business. It's really hard to get like some of my supplies and like canisters and bottles for like all of my products has been slowed down. Prices have jumped up like crazy. So this is like affecting everybody on a certain level, but I know it's going to be a little more extreme this Christmas. So definitely shop early if you can, especially if you want like very specific items, go out and get them. And that being said, I was gonna say this a little later, but I should just say it now. If you see something, buy it. If you can, don't wait, because it's very likely not going to be there when you plan to go back for it. Depending on the store, depending on your area, if you have a lower population, that might not be as big of an issue, but it's like a Costco situation. You know how sometimes you see something at Costco and you go back the next week and it's not there anymore? I feel like that's going to be the theme of this holiday season. So if you see it and you can get it. Don't wait. With that being said, it would probably be beneficial to try and get more organized this Christmas. I'm trying to make sure that I'm more organized. That means make your Christmas lists, get your kids to write their Santa letter wish lists or whatever. Start brainstorming what you're gonna get for everybody in your family. This would be a great time to start speaking with your family if you guys do some sort of customized gift giving thing, so it's not so overwhelming, like all the adults can only spend this much on each other, or we only buy for the children, or you know, pick a name out of a hat and that's the person you buy for. This is the time to kind of figure that out so that everybody can get their shopping done and work it into budgets and planning. All these things will just make your Christmas season a lot less stressful and a lot more smooth if you can plan them in advance and try and get these things ticked off now before December hits. Now, in saying all of this about shortages and shop early, this is something huge that I think a lot of people forget about. Shop small and shop local to you, and small shops go on Etsy, things like that. I'm not just saying this because I'm a small business owner, but we are not having the same issues that Walmart is having or that Toys R Us is having. Yes, there are things that are affecting us, but they're on a much smaller scale, and we don't all get our products from the same thing, you know, like our products that we have in stock and up in our shops, they're not stuck in a shipping container somewhere on a dock. They are well stocked and tons of attention goes into those products. So go start looking on, you know, Facebook, local buy and sell things like marketplaces, Etsy. Start looking around Instagram. You can find a lot of small business owners there and start shopping small. But please do keep in mind that, again, earlier purchases are better because we don't know what shipping is going to look like. Not to say that that is going to be delayed too, but it is natural in the Christmas season for even things like Amazon to start. There are some things that you might want to buy on Amazon right now that might not ship to you until December 14th, they're saying even. So start to think about shipping times. If you want to buy anything online, take shipping into consideration. Check out what the shipping time wait is right now and get those purchases in so that you are sure that you are going to get them before Christmas arrives. But if you have small shops, like physical in-person shops, places that you can go and shop at near you, local to you, definitely support those businesses. Small businesses are hurting these past few years, and it's just a really great way to buy something intentional, usually better quality and made with better ingredients. And again, those places aren't suffering the same shortages that others are. So be sure to go support your local makers, artists, people who are busting their butts to provide awesome products. Another great thing that you can do that's not too expensive, that doesn't make a huge increase on the budget at the time, is start picking up small food bits. We're gonna start noticing shortages earlier on, I think, about food, Christmas themed food items, holiday food items. So if it's non-perishable or able to be frozen or something like that, can last until Christmas, start picking things up on your weekly grocery trips. Like that might mean buying just an extra can or two of something here and an extra box here. Order your turkeys if you're gonna do a turkey or something. Get those orders in now or soon. But definitely, like, if you need canned cranberry sauce, grab a couple cans of those now. Like I said before, please don't hoard these things because everybody should be able to have access to whatever Christmas meals they want to make, but just here and there grab an extra thing if you need. If you want a specialty holiday product, like even like a holiday coffee creamer, it might be a good idea, as long as the shelf life is longer, to add a couple of things here and there to your grocery cart. And then whatever you have excess of, I highly encourage you to donate it to your local food bank, whatever charity program is running homeless shelter. There are a lot of programs that you could donate goods like that too. Even posting on a local Facebook page, requesting that a family in need contact you and gifting somebody a gift of Christmas dinner essentials or a couple of gifts. I try and do this most Christmases, and I find that has a huge impact as well. If you can't find a charity you want to, or maybe you don't want to donate to a huge charity, that can make a really big difference locally in your area. It's just like putting out an anonymous thing, being like, hey, just send me a message. It'll stay anonymous, and then you can just arrange pickup, or you can surprise somebody with like kind of a Christmas in a bundle. That can be really nice too. So it might actually make it easier for you to be more charitable this season if that's something you do, or like make donations. If you just pick up here and there, you probably won't notice it as much on your grocery budget than you might if you just went and bought that all at once. Remember things like wrapping paper, bows, tape, all that kind of stuff, that can probably wait till a little bit later. You can probably push that if you need to prioritize other things like gifts that might go out of stock, just because we're really unlikely to run out of that. And there, you can get so creative with wrapping gifts. That's just my personal kind of tip, is those things can kind of wait a little bit longer if you want to kind of prioritize what you need to purchase and what's on your list. And speaking of lists, if you haven't made lists, make sure you get organized and make some lists, because it can make Christmas run so much smoother. I make lists for what the kids want, what they've mentioned, things that I would like, Cody, my husband, would like, things I've thought about or I've seen that so and so might like in our family, and just start making lists of things maybe I want to make for Christmas dinner, on the lines of picking things up here and there. Baking items, we might see a little bit of sold out products more and more in stores for like baked goods. A lot of people do Christmas baking and gift Christmas baking. So if you're one of those people, it might be beneficial to, you know, pick up some extra chocolate chips when you're at the store, or some flour. Again, please, please, please do not hoard it. I don't think any of you watching are probably those kind of people, but just, I feel like I have to say it because I hate seeing that. I hate seeing people being like, oh, we're gonna run out of flour. No, we're not. There might be a little bit less, but it's okay. So make your lists, check them twice. I couldn't resist. And pick up extra things. Don't forget about baking if you are a baker. Even if you're getting like those Christmas cookies that you just stick on the tray and put in the oven, those have a really long shelf life. Grab a couple for Christmas Eve or whatever you need them for, maybe now-ish, then waiting till later. Another thing you can do to get organized for the holiday season is get your Christmas cards in order if you do those. If you're handwriting Christmas cards, I would get started so that you are not exhausted pulling an all-nighter making Christmas cards. If you need family photos because you're putting together a digital Christmas card, there are a lot of sales going on right now for like printing companies and places you would normally get a Christmas card done. Sometimes I just make them myself through like my editor that I use for thumbnails and stuff for vlogs. Definitely look at your options. I know there are a couple of sites that are having like 50% off sales right now for Christmas cards if you get them in the next like week. So definitely maybe put that together, start thinking about that if that is something your family does. Another tip would be to get ready for the sales coming up. Black Friday is coming up, and there's going to be a ton of online sales happening. Since, you know, we've been doing this for 2 years, I'm not even gonna say the words because I don't want to get flagged, but we all know what I'm talking about. Online shopping has obviously increased tenfold. And so you don't necessarily have to go out and face crowds or anything. A lot of stores aren't doing a lot of events that would cause crowds right now anyway, but definitely be prepared. Start looking. A lot of sales or a lot of people stores, businesses have already started advertising their Black Friday sales and their Christmas sales. Like I know Best Buy has started early bird sales, stuff like that. Be prepared because you can really get some good deals and save a lot of money by seeking out these sales. So just a tidbit there. If you are a person who really wants to bring some more family magic to your holiday season, but we all know that it gets very busy and it's very tiring, I would maybe recommend looking into a holiday bucket list. You can find printables of them. I even make one. There's one on my Etsy shop. I keep it really cheap. I'm going to try and redo it. I got a really nice drawing tablet that I'm going to, if I have time, I would like to redo my holiday list, but there's no guarantee that I'm even going to get to that this year. So I'll link mine in the description box below, but by all means, it's like, I think it's like $1 or $2 or something. And then you just like print it off at home. It's like a digital file. But by all means, go on Pinterest, make your own, look up other like free printable ones. There's customizable ones. Do what you want, but it is something that can make your holidays a lot less stressful if you have those activities kind of even just like visually planned out. Oh, we're gonna do this holiday season, or we're gonna try and do these things, because then it's in your mind and you're not panicking in the last 2 weeks before Christmas being like, oh my gosh, we have not done anything and the kids want to do things and now I have to be stressed and go to all these places and fit it into everything else. So if you want to add that sort of festive cheer to your family, I would highly suggest a Christmas bucket list. It's fun for the kids to like check things off, and it makes your life as a parent or just a person, even you don't have to be a parent, it just makes your life a lot easier and it's fun. And speaking of planning things in advance, just for your own sanity, if you do Elf on the Shelf, Kindness Elf, anything like that, plan it in advance. You will thank me later. Nothing is worse than it being midnight and you being like, I forgot the elf, oh no, or the elf didn't move, what happened? Like, that's terrible. So what I do is I literally make a list from like 1 to 24 or however many days you want to do it, and I write down exactly what is going to happen that night, and I make sure I prep any supplies I need. I keep it really simple, but I just write down ideas. So I will literally grab the book and my list on an Elf on the Shelf night, and we pick something, we do it, we cross it out. That way if it's like I'm having a rough night and I went to bed early, or something happened and my husband needs to pick it up, he can just go to the list, pick one, cross it out, or vice versa. So it's definitely a lifesaver. It's a huge time saver, and I'm happy to report that the last 2 years that we have done it, we have not missed a single Elf on the Shelf night. And that is impressive, I feel like, because I have definitely had Christmases where I've missed multiple days. So if you are an Elf on the Shelfer, make lists. There's tons of Pinterest ideas. I have a video from last year I will link in the end card at the end of this video that is like Elf on the Shelf ideas. So I'll link that too if you guys want to check that out. It's November, which means Advent season is coming up. So it would be wise if you do Advent calendars that you need to stuff, pick up your Advent calendars sooner than later, because sometimes I noticed last year they sold out a lot earlier, even like the $2 little chocolate ones. But if you have stuffable Advents, it is getting close to the time to start thinking about what you want to put in them and maybe picking up things here and there to stuff your Advent calendars with. I have several videos, and you can go through my playlists on my channel and look at Vlogmas's past, and every single year I put a what's in our Advent calendar, and you can go watch those videos if you want some ideas. If you have a stuffable Advent calendar, I will be releasing another one about what we're putting in our Advent calendar this year. I actually haven't even decided yet. I have some ideas, but I will give that to you guys, that video, probably in like a week. Expect that video probably, but this is the time to think about that if you haven't already. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you today is be sure to plan out your baking. I know we talked about baking a little bit before, but if you are doing holiday baking, it might be good to like nail down the recipes you're going to use, rule some out, check prices of things. If something's really expensive this year, if there's been a price jump, maybe replace that recipe. Just start thinking about what you might be baking to save yourself some time later. This is for like, I don't know, if you're a Christmas baker, you get it and you know how much work that can be. If you don't bake, that's cool. I hope somebody bakes for you and you get to eat somebody's baking because it's delicious. But that's something else to start thinking about. If you have any suggestions for all of our friends below, please put them in the comments about things that you do to prep for Christmas. This list changes the closer you get to Christmas, but this is kind of like a month out what I would recommend starting to look into, especially this year is going to be a little bit different. But if you have some suggestions on things you do, recommendations for me or for our fellow community members down in the comments below, please share with everybody, and be sure to go read those so that you guys get some more ideas. It's so awesome when everybody shares what they do, because everybody's so different. First of all, we all celebrate differently if we celebrate at all, and everybody has great ideas. And again, sometimes location matters a lot. I know there's a ton of viewers in the States. I know a lot of you guys are from the UK. I've got some Australia friends. You guys are sprinkled all over the globe, and it's gonna vary depending on where you live as well. So be sure to share your thoughts down below. I'm sure somebody will find them useful, and I will very much enjoy reading them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, if you're new. And if you are subscribed but you're not getting notified that I'm posting a video, or you're not seeing very much of me, make sure you hit the bell notifications. That will just give you a little reminder that I've posted a new video. It'll just give you a notification to let you know that a new Vlogmas video is up. I appreciate you guys so much. I have so many new faces that visit me during Vlogmas time, and I know so many of you really enjoy this season of content, and I really appreciate that you've chosen to spend your evening, morning, afternoon, whichever, listening to me chat, and my bird chirp in the background. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope this was helpful for you, and until the next one, we'll see you around. Thank you for being understanding if I'm a little bit flaky this month. I really appreciate all of the grace you guys give me. Thank you so much. We'll see you in my next one. Have a good week, guys. Bye!